All right. It has been a busy day. Um, Made a trip to the store a couple times. Used valuable YouTube for some help too. Um, I have to put him in my mentions on my links on the description because you see my filter's working nice and smooth. I was having a problem with it. Hold on a second, baby. I was having a problem with that earlier. And I don't know if I had in that earlier video from this morning, the pool was like really green, but as you can see, it's starting to clear up pretty nice. But there's a hack a gentleman had for if there's a problem with this filter. And before, what I had to do is, of course, plug the pool up, and it was just like extra work. So you know, I'll let him tell it because it's his advice and he should get the credit for it. But man, it was so much easier doing it that way. Now my pool is getting cleaned out for the hot days coming up, and I've got as you can see my yard cut in the front and the back, and I got some house cleaning yet to do, but I think maybe I'll do that a little bit later because that was some physical work, and plus it's close to about 90 degrees out here today. So I was out here cutting the grass in the heat of the day, which is dumb. Could have done it earlier, but I really got stuck messing with the pool. So now I'm going to be doing the some housework once I'm done with this. Then I went and got a longer pole too, though, which is right there, and it's attached to the leaf bagger. And the reason why I got that is because of this. I've got my backyard is. It's funny. The backyard is the envy of some neighbors. Even the new neighbors that moved in next door, they loved all these trees, and that is great. You see that shade? That's beautiful. But only problem is these branches and debris from the trees falls right into the pool. So therefore, it's it was so much work, and then we've got the tarp right here that goes over the pool, and I'm not some genius, so I don't even know how it works for tarps, but it's got holes in it. So what ends up happening is when it rains, then oh wow, dragonfly. It's a big one too. I haven't seen them in a while. It's like skimming around the pool. Let's see if it picks up on the camera. I don't think so, but it's a big dragonfly too. But so there you go. Yeah, I'm not probably catching on that thing, but that is a big one. But so anyway, all these trees and the tarp. That's what I'm sorry. So it's got holes in it. And I was like, okay, sweet, that makes sense. When it rains, all the water doesn't go on top of the tarp. Only problem is you got holes on the tarp, and when it rains, then you get in that fresh rainwater into the pool. Then there's water on top of the tarp, that comes from the pool itself and the rain above it. So it's like a hassle. I wish they could make a tarp where it is like a tent when you put it on, and the water just trickles off the sides. That would be smooth. I haven't thought about putting up a tent contraption over top of this, but we ended up going on vacation and all that. So and look at that, the pool is starting to look really good, man. It's always good when you always feel like a sense of accomplishment when you do stuff like that, because it was some work, man. I came back to that pool. The pool was green, and I'm like, damn. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna mess with it right now. That's that. Just got back from vacation kind of mentality. But then saw the forecast, and they were like, the temperature over the next week is gonna be in the upper 80s, touching 90, and I'm like, oh, jeez. And I know Gia already had started asking, pool and all that stuff. So that's what I had to do. I had to take care of it so we could swim in the pool. But if you look over at my neighbors, man, they got a killer one. Theirs is below ground. Beautiful pool. I mean, it's gorgeous. You know, and hey, I'm not knocking it. I don't care. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm just trying to keep cool for the summer. And that's what's going to do it. So that is now prepared. And I'm going to put that back in there, that leaf bagger, for the remainder of the debris in the bottom of the pool. But it's clearing up pretty nice though. So I thought I'd just touch back on my work for today. Funny thing that did happen, I was before I got that hack from that gentleman on YouTube, I had twisted the top of that because I was thinking, you know what, and I was close to what he was saying though. But you know, when you twist that the air releases and the water doesn't flow through. So my dumb butt was like, okay, that should be good enough. And I opened up the top of that, and water just started flooding, splashing up in my face, on my chest. Jill was excited and laughing at me. And I was like, oh man, I was like cursing, you know, typical dad type of curses. And it was a nightmare. So I'm up here, wet fingers, the phone was barely working, and I'm texting Cedric, and I'm like, you know, you gotta hit me up. Where are the corks for the pool? Where are the corks for the pool? The pool is going down. I need corks. I was just freaking out. And she finally sent me a voice message, and I could swear it sounded like she was laughing at me. But because her voice was like struggling to stay like she was laughing. And she was like, she told me where they were. That's the thing about your wife. They always know everything is in the house. So I was able to get those and plug up the pool. And then I went online and I saw that hack. I'm like, man, that is so smooth. That was such a good idea. And I used it. So, I'm going to shut up and get off here and get back to doing this work. And everyone enjoy your midday. Hey, Gia, say bye-bye.